It's time for another installment of The Musings of My Mind
with Mike Howery. One of my friends from high school got called to be a missionary, and so he joined a mission called Mercy Ships. Hoot, hoot. Now these ships sail all around the world, and so they attract missionaries from all around the world. He met, fell in love with, and eventually married a Brit. A Brit, it's a person from Britain. I don't think that's a racial slur. Once, while they were visiting the United States, we all got together at their mother's house for supper. By now, they had a 4-year-old boy, and we had 3 kids of our own, so my friend's wife called me on the phone to discuss our various menu options. Attempting to appeal to everyone's palate, my friend's wife asked me, "Well, everyone likes spagbog, don't they?" What? Spagbog? That sounds like an infection you get from being in the Texas bayou. After a moment of silence, she realized what was going on and corrected herself by saying, "Spaghetti." Yes, everyone does like spaghetti. Whew. But what was going on? I mean, we were speaking the same language. Now here in Kansas, we don't have a whole lot of cultural differences, but this kind of thing happens all the time. It just happens between the genders. Male and female communication is really funny to watch. See, men and women speak the same language. Well, if they're from the same country anyway. But they have such a hard time communicating. So this dress does make me look fat? What's that supposed to mean? Now the problem with my friend from England was a slang term that I was unfamiliar with. But when it comes to problems in intergender communication, it's really funny to watch. No, really, it is. The problem is usually with intent. You see, when a woman speaks, she has an intent buried inside of what she's saying. Does this dress make me look fat? Does this dress make me look fat? When a man speaks, "Hey Joe, you wanna go shoot some pool? Hey Joe, you wanna go shoot some pool?" Okay, most of the time we don't have intent buried inside our communication. But when we're talking about something delicate, especially when it comes to a conflict, we usually do. For example, for you ladies out there, if your husband, boyfriend, or even just a male friend ever says this while you're in the middle of an argument, "Look, just drop it, okay?" What he's really saying is, "Look, just drop it, okay?" No, really, he's saying all of that, and every man understood it. You see, the problem is what a woman hears is completely different. "Look, just drop it, okay?" Now, before you women laugh your head off, you do the same thing. "Why do you always run away from an argument?" really means, "Why do you always run away from an argument?" But see, a man, when he hears that, he hears this. "Why do you always run away from an argument?" You see, we hear different things because even though we're speaking English, the way we deal with things, especially problems, is so different that our words have totally different meanings. Now, rather than explaining every single nuance between male and female communication, which is impossible anyway, let me give you just this one bit of advice. If you trust the other person, why not just give them the benefit of the doubt? In other words, trust that what they said wasn't supposed to be mean, even if it sounded like it. And then, after a while, clarify. Tell them what you thought they meant, with no malice included. And then ask them if you were right. Chances are, you were way off.